Gentlemen, start your engines!
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
Focus. Speed. I am speed.
If you ain't first, you're last.
What's going on, everybody? And those of you that are super confused about what you're hearing right now. Yes, this is Give Me Back, but not the normal Give Me Back. This is something that just happened. Welcome to Give Me Back, My Need for Speed. Please don't sue me, EA Games, or whoever owns that property. I will not use that logo, but I'm taking the words. It fit well. I am one of your hosts, Charlie. With me is my co-driver, Mickey. Say hello to the people, Mickey.
What's up, everybody? I'm strapped in, got the car dialed in real nice, and ready to go out racing, boys. Let's go.
That's right. And we brought in a special guest crew chief tonight to see how well he meshes with the team. We brought Parker over from Dissect That Film. Say hello, Parker.
Hello, everybody. It's time to Dick Trickle. Oh, sorry. Wrong name. My bad.
I think you need to see a doctor about that, sir. Sounds a little rowdy, if you know what I mean. Rowdy Burns.
Give me back my urologist.
That's right. Oh, man. So, yeah, there is, every once in a while, there is going to be a month on the channel that there's a fifth Tuesday. And I was like, I don't really want to record another Give Me Back My episode that's just going to be followed up by me and Pete doing another one. Kind of messes with the flow and then it changes. Mickey and I have been kicking around this idea because we love cars. We love movies with cars and chases, and they're not always just an action movie. They're not always just, they're kind of like their own little, ecosystem. And we've tossed it around about doing a show that's just central around badass cars, badass movies, a lot of fun. And so we created the Give Me Back My Need for Speed. This will be, I think the count is 4 this year. There's only 4 months that have 5 Tuesdays.
Cool.
So you're going to get 4 of these. Low
turns.
Stress. Yeah. It's going to be just fun. Parker may be on all of them or some of them. It's whoever can work the best. We may have other guests on there. It's a hangout episode. That's why I'm talking like this. I'm just talking to fill time. Because I don't want this being just another Give Me Back type scenario. But this is also still nostalgia heavy, because we decided the very first one we were going to cover is a movie. Mickey and I quote a lot, share the gifts a lot to each other. When we both found out we love this movie, it was that, do you like karate? I also like karate. Let's get the karate in the garage. But yeah, we're doing Days of Thunder. Classic. Ooh. 1990 late 80s type vibe movie. I absolutely adore this. Mickey is itching to punch the accelerator here. So I dropped the hammer, brother. So with that, we're going to hit the trailer, and then we're just going to get into our histories and just get right into this movie. So let's do it.
Where I come from, it doesn't matter which end of the car goes around the corner first.
Hold on a minute. Don't you think we ought to talk?
What, about how I'm gonna run? Sure.
Well, how you manage to live as long as you have.
There's nothing I can't do with a race car. You run good. Thank you. And we'll see how you do in the crowd.
We can fix it right here. Now what's it gonna be?
Tell me what you racing so much?
Speed. Come up here and do it. I'll take you to a race.
I can't. I'm a doctor. I'm Cole.
I don't want you to hold a bad opinion of Cole. He needs reassurance from you that he's okay. And after all, you're his doctor.
How long before you find out if you're really good or you're really lucky?
Now you're scared. You're scared.
He doesn't believe you can drive anymore.
I'll take your word for what a car can do. But I'm not taking anybody's word for what I can do because nobody knows.
You get back in that car, you'll die.
Sounds so serious.
I feel like I could make a better trailer. I'm just gonna say it.
I was gonna say because I found that's not the OG one. That was another one done because the OG one's like 2.5 minutes long.
Oh Lord!
Like, well, it's a Tony Scott movie. I was like, you know what? I totally forgot.
Yeah,
I should have known that. But I'm like, somebody please make a better trailer to this.
That was a dramatic, heavy trailer. I would have liked more of like the action racing side of it.
Like they really hammered in on all the drama aspects of this, which this movie does have,
which is good.
Which is the worst part of this movie.
Thank you, Parker.
Hold on.
You know, I will. To Parker's defense, I will say, as a kid, there were times I zoned out until the cars came back on.
Oh,
so
yeah.
there is that.
Listen, I'm 34 years old, and I still was like, don't care about Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise's relationship. Cars, yeah! Like, I don't.
I think it's fair. You know, Mickey might get a little defensive. It's okay.
No. There's
I'm
just
not here to make anyone mad. This is
I
just.
I didn't care much about her parts either, to be honest with you. But
It's not her, though.
The stuff
it's
with
not her.
Yeah,
her parts aren't bad to look at.
Right. Anytime like Harry and Cole were kind of serious, I really get into that, especially as I'm older, and like the rowdy Cole stuff when like kind of facing like mortality. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
I think
that stuff.
Robert Duvall makes this movie, and R.I.P. That was another. What
MVP.
It changed a lot watching this movie now. Yeah. I seriously, I don't think I'd ever got misty eyed at the end of the movie before till now.
Yeah.
Because you're listening to Robert Duvall and the way he's talking, and
anytime he was kind of being like the dad, or he was saying these, I'd be like, man, I'm hurt right now.
I know,
even when he was trying,
died or something.
When he was trying to explain to Nicole Kidman why Cole didn't want her to have a bad opinion, I'm like. I don't know why I was like, hey, I'm about to cry about this. Why am I about to cry?
Somebody come in here and punch me. Just because cry right now.
Yeah, because I mean the drama that involves those two is so poignant because of the fact that you find out that Cole's dad is a piece of crap and like messed up his life, and Robert Duvall comes in and like becomes his surrogate father in a way, and doesn't really show him, he's that rough and tough guy, so he's showing him tough love instead of it just being like nurturing. He will nurture, but not straight to your face, because he doesn't want you to be like he doesn't want to look soft. No, he's still Robert Duvall here.
It's also the 90s, very manly.
Oh
We can't show our feelings at all on here. So let's hit our histories with this. We are going to keep that flavor of what we do here. So let's start with our guest. We'll start with Parker. I say guest until he's on like 2 or 3, and then he'll be co-host. But Parker, what's your history with Days of Thunder?
Okay. I don't want to upset anyone. We covered this on my show a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. And after watching it for that episode, I realized I don't think I had ever seen the movie before. I think I was always mixing it up with the movie that everyone kind of compares this to, which is Top Gun, because I guess I had seen Top Gun a lot, and I just never remembered a lot of the things that happened in the movie. I was like, guys, I think this was my first time. Like, I think this was my Days of Thunder virginity. I just lost it.
Lucky.
And so watching it yesterday for this was my second time. So not a huge history for me. It was one of those movies I always thought I had seen, and just, I guess either I forgot or I had never seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, we do a show with Dustin, so we're used to the never seen it, never heard of
Which
it.
is
What's
crazy
that?
because I grew up with movies like this. Like
Yeah.
this wasn't out of my wheelhouse. My dad is a massive NASCAR fan.
Oh wow!
I grew up watching that. I grew up watching NASCAR. Like Mickey, my memory is awful. So like I said, my
Okay,
dad
yeah,
could have
yeah,
shown
yeah.
me this movie
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
kid. And
yeah.
I just completely either
That's
tuned it
fair.
out or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's not like I didn't grow up around NASCAR. I remember watching Dale Earnhardt die live. Like I remember that day.
Same.
Like I was watching NASCAR all the time. My dad still watches NASCAR weekly. Like it's not something I'm not ingrained with. It was just that moment. I remember 2 years ago watching it, just seeing things like, I don't think I've seen this. I'm like mad at myself because it's Tony Scott, who I love. Early Tom Cruise was kind of I've always admitted I'm not the biggest fan of early Tom Cruise. I'm more of now Tom Cruise or like 2000s mostly Tom Cruise. So maybe that was one of the reasons why I maybe steered away from this for the longest time, because I was like, I just don't care. But yeah, that's my weird history with this.
You have history, so there you go. Mickey, brother, the floor is yours, sir.
I've seen it so many times that I couldn't tell you the first time I watched it. You know what I'm saying? Again, yeah, I grew up my dad's huge NASCAR fan. He's a mechanic. Like we would go to the dirt track every Saturday. We were in that kind of world, right? Like I grew up in that world. So anything racing was cool. I enjoyed Tom Cruise then and now, like ever since Risky Business and Cocktail till Mission Impossible now. Like I've been on the Tom Cruise train. But yeah, man, I loved Top Gun when I was a kid. And when this movie came out, I loved Days of Thunder. Like it was a big deal to me. And being my dad doing it, obviously I was a fan too. I collected NASCAR memorabilia. I watched it right up through my teenage years. I kind of drifted away from it. I'm not really into it now, but it's still a part of me. And this is a really nostalgic thing for me. That era of NASCAR is just awesome, man. Like Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin, all those guys. That was like my heyday for NASCAR. I feel like it was their golden era too, but that's just me. But yeah, I've seen this movie so many times. It's super quotable. You find out somebody likes this movie and it's on. You know what I mean? We're gonna bring up every quote we can. Sorry, I'm eating ice cream. I'm dropping the hammer. You get in that car, you'll die. Or like, we'll do all of them. You know what I'm saying? I want you to hit the pace car. We'll just go through the whole gambit of them once I find out you're in this movie too.
Call it a tie. Yeah, I think it's a tie.
Yeah.
No way to call a winner.
Yeah. So it's been a big part of my life. It's huge. It's something I really love, and I'm excited to talk about it. What about you, Charlie?
You could just probably copy paste what Mickey just said. I grew up. I live in NASCAR country. I'm only about a little over an hour away from Bristol Motor Speedway, which has always been the super fast, small oval, wrecks everywhere. It's what it's always been known for. So yeah, and my dad loved NASCAR. He was also a mechanic. And I remember growing up watching NASCAR with him and just having a ball with it. Been to a few races, so I've always enjoyed it. And I, like Mickey, I don't know the first time I ever watched it. I feel like this movie's just always been around. Like it was either on television or I'm pretty sure we had this on VHS because I remember watching it a lot. So I know I've seen it numerous times. Again, like Mickey, I can quote it pretty much word for word. It still gets me hyped every time I watch it. And yeah, I collect NASCAR. Like I still have like my drivers were like Terry Labonte, Alan Kulwicki. Like for some reason I always went for the weird ones, not like Dale Earnhardt, the Intimidator, and Jeff Gordon.
Dude, everybody I like died. I was a big Davey Allison fan, died.
Davey
big Alan Kulwicki fan, died.
Yeah.
And eventually my dad was always a Dale Earnhardt fan. And I would always like root against them just, because that's what you do as a kid.
It was fun. Yeah, you root against your dad.
But at that point I was like, you know what? I'm on Team Earnhardt now. Screw it. I'm tired of and then he died.
I think everybody is a closet Earnhardt fan.
Yeah.
And then the man, the myth, the legend. I mean,
the king.
King, baby.
He's the king, man. Richard Petty. I got a ton of Richard Petty. As a matter of fact, I
have him in Cars form.
Yes.
Cars version of him.
Yeah, I mean, watching this, I'm now like reminded of how close they did Cars to Days of Thunder. And obviously, we know we're going to talk about it. Talladega Nights is basically comedy. Days of Thunder
with John C. Reilly.
Yeah,
in the same role, basically.
There's no way he did not go to Will Ferrell and was like, "Listen, I was in Days of Thunder. Let's make a comedy version of that." And Will Ferrell's like, "Say no more," and
say less. We are in. But so my history with this is I have always loved this movie. I just bought it on 4K because I got a 4K TV and sound bar. Officially, like I have a Xbox 4K player. It works. It's fine. It looked good. But the first 4K movie I've played on a 4K player was Days of Thunder, like the other day. And dude, my first sound bar, and I'm shaking the house because I got one with a sub, and I had it. That opening shot at Daytona, and that music just starts swelling, and the cars going by. I was smiling the entire time. Jackie's just looking at me like, kind of living your best life right now, aren't you? I was like, yes, I am. This is heaven for me right now, and I'm loving it. So yeah, that's our histories. There's definitely gonna be more histories as we get into this, but Days of Thunder, boys, I just said it. This intro, man, I was tossed back to 1990, the early 90s of NASCAR. That energy, seeing the stands full. When's the last NASCAR race that wasn't Daytona or some big race that had full stands?
Yeah, you don't see it anymore.
It's just not the same. It's boring.
I think NASCAR is kind of a shadow of itself.
Yeah.
All the cars are the same.
Yeah.
All the drivers are the same.
Yeah.
Like there's no, I don't know, what's the word? I want to say energy, but there's just nothing about it that instills excitement to me anymore. You know, I've tried watching a couple, turn it on, Daytona I tried to watch and stuff like that. I'm like, this ain't the same.
Yeah.
I can't watch this.
I don't know if it's because I don't like watch it as much anymore, but it doesn't feel like there's any personalities or like big charisma guys. There may be that I just don't see them, but nobody that transcends the sport.
I think it's more drama driven now, almost like some kind of like thing going on. Like, well, this person wrecked everyone and they shouldn't be driving anymore, or this driver's upset with NASCAR corporate or whatever, and they're bitching and complaining about something. I'm like, where's the rivalries?
Yeah.
Where's the, everyone wants to hate on Jeff Gordon because it's funny to hate on Jeff Gordon. You know what I mean? Like, where's that at? It's not there anymore.
Like, my dad is still, like I said, a weekly NASCAR viewer, but it's never sit in front of the TV and watch the race. Mm-hmm. It's always put it on in the background, do a bunch of other things, and kind of once in a while walk by and see who's, what order people are in. Because he's always been a Hendricks. Yeah, he's a Hendricks guy. Yep. So he doesn't have a car. He has, as long as a Hendricks guy wins, he's had a good day. But Cars 3, the crazy thing to go back to Cars, but Cars 3, the whole plot of Cars 3 is the fact that, like, it's ultimately the story of how NASCAR was so like off-road and like rugged and bootlegging, like real man's sport, and then of course the whole plot of Cars 3 is the fact that like new cars are coming in and they're all the same. Yes. And they all are like same speeds. They're faster, of course, but they're very sleek and they're boring ultimately.
It's very Formula One in a way to me.
Yeah.
Like Formula One is fun, but it kind of went that way. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It was just everything scientifically driven as opposed to just like, this dude's got it. You know what I mean? Like he's out there busting people's chops, doing whatever.
And I think that's what it is. And that's kind of what I experience when I watch Days of Thunder now, is that when we talk about nostalgia, that's what I'm nostalgic for, is that old NASCAR where you knew that was a Chevy or a Ford.
Those cars are
or
beautiful,
you
in
know,
this movie.
yeah. I mean, they had the Lumina, they had the Buick in these, they had like all these. This was
Pontiac.
back when it was race on Sunday, buy on Monday. That
Yeah.
was the slogan, because car manufacturers really were supporting NASCAR. You know, better designs. You know, the Monte Carlo came out, which, you know, gave them a lot more, you know, sleek look to everything. And it was about cutting air. Now they all had the same motor. They all had to fit
Had
guidelines.
restrictions and stuff. Yeah.
They did. And I like that this movie, like, they talk about Robert Duvall building the car.
Yeah.
And they make it out like, I'm going to do all this, I'm going to do all that. But he still has to have the scale,
Measure it, yeah.
the measuring, the body cutout, where things have to hit a minimum requirement. But I also love that he's throwing in little Easter eggs to the older school guys, where it's like, I'm going to put a bigger fuel line so you can hold an extra gallon of fuel.
I'm gonna shave a half inch off of you.
Get that
Turn you
air
into a
cleaned
bullet.
up under you. And that was that was like the tricks of the old NASCAR.
Yeah.
You know, was NASCAR is going to give us rules. How do we bend them?
How
now?
far can you bend them before you break them?
Exactly. That was it. It's like, I don't know how he's 5 seconds faster than everyone today. I forget the racer that was like known for it. Like, it was his job every time they came out with a new rule was to find out how to mess with NASCAR and see how long he could go until it happened. I was saving this for later, but we kind of are touching on it now. There was one moment when I say recently, I think it was a few years ago, actually. That's how fast time's flying. There was a moment in NASCAR that happened where I'm like, damn, that felt like old school racing. Like, I can see Dale Earnhardt like applauding this kid. And it was Ross Chastain at Martinsville, where he didn't need to win the race, but he needed to get up in position for points, or for, you know, standings.
To make the chase, I think it was.
I think it was to make the chase, where he literally, it's on his headset, where he's like, I'm just going to put it to the floor and pray. And he rode that wall in the turn at Martinsville and gained like 5 spots, and people are losing their minds. And I was like, that's the stuff I grew up on. That was the kind of just balls to the wall. And you know what happened? As soon as that race was over, NASCAR goes, no one else can ever do that again, or you're out. I'm like,
that's
ridiculous. Fuck you, NASCAR.
But that's sports. That's just how sports work.
Oh yeah, I don't watch.
Like, I'm a big, I'm a big NFL fan. I have been since I was a kid, and I probably will be until the day I die. But the fact is, like, even like the NFL is just becoming such a soft sport. And when I mean soft, it's just like, they just don't know. Like, listen, you grow up playing football, you know what the risks are.
Yes.
And when you enter in a sport that is highly dangerous, where you're going to probably hit each other's heads and all that, and there are injuries that are going to come with it, like, you know that going in. Like,
why are we putting helmets on helmets now? Like,
exactly.
Yeah,
like we might as well just go back to flag. We just might as well just make it a flag football league. It's just it's ridiculous. Nobody can touch anyone without a flag being thrown.
It's really like, for me, like you were just talking about, Charlie, it's a risk thing. Who's willing to take that risk? Who's willing to, like, just say, you know what? I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to do it, because that's kind of how I am. I think, I can't remember the coach's name. Risk it for the biscuit. He's coached the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they won the Super Bowl with Tom Brady.
Oh,
No. It was with Tom Brady. But anyway, that was his saying, and I was like, dude, that's the way I love to live too. I'll do that stuff all the time. I'll do that stuff when I'm at work, at home, and I'm like, if I do this, it's either gonna be terrible or it's gonna be the greatest thing ever. And I'll be like,
that's
I'll
my
be like,
job.
screw it, I'm gonna do it.
I work for myself. I didn't have YouTube when I started. I couldn't go check a video to see how to do something. I went, I can do it, having no idea how to fucking do it. But I would just
blow it up,
Yeah.
or I'm gonna fix it. And it's like, I wish that's been taken out of competition.
It has,
right? Where it's kind of like everything analytics and scientifically proven. If you do it this way, you've got the best chance to win. And sometimes, but so everyone else is following that same algorithm that you are, because they all believe the same thing. Be that dude that goes, I'm just gonna put my foot on the wall and on the pedal and ride this wall. And it paid off for him.
And they still talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, that's that moment. Like, back in the day, it was like there was a moment every race. You know, it felt like there was always some like, holy shit, I can't believe he did that. Oh my God, did you see what he did there?
Yeah.
And now it's like it was 2022 when that happened, and now it's 2026. What has happened since then? Nothing.
More restrictor plates.
Yeah.
More just everything looks so stylized. It's not. There's no. I don't know.
They tore out the concrete at Bristol. That's what the racetrack was known for. Was the concrete that drivers loved it, but to make it safer, they tore it out and put asphalt in it. And by God, they ruined Bristol. Like now, attendance is abysmal anymore. Like it's horrible. Yeah, I know everybody's listening. Like, we're going to talk about the movie. Yes, yes, we are going to talk about the movie. We're also going to talk about NASCAR. And that's the show. You want to go listen to someone break it down piece by piece? Go find Parker's episode on Dissect That Film. And you go listen to that Days of Thunder episode. Then you come back over here and go, okay, these guys are just having fun with the whole thing. You know, all NASCAR, all nostalgia, every bit of it. No, Parker's show's fun. I love him. He's my buddy, even if that's not his real name. I will still ride that. I will ride that joke till the end of time.
Partially is. It's
partially fine. But back to this opening, just when I watch it now, just felt like the days of NASCAR for me. That's what I remembered. I love like watching it now and read like, because this was filmed at NASCAR races.
Yeah.
I don't think some people understand that they put these two cars basically at the back of the pack and they were film cars and they're filming all this stuff. So all the footage you're seeing is of races. Dale Earnhardt passed them in one of the races and lapped them. It's hilarious, but that's actually, Richard Petty there. That's, Mark Martin talking. That's Rusty Wallace talking.
Harry Gant.
Harry Gant. You see, just now watching it, I was looking at all the cars, never realized it. I saw Terry Labonte's the top edge of his car, and I see Terry Labonte's name on it. And, and it feels good because then you see Rusty walking in the pits around all the drivers. And man, Michael Rooker felt like a NASCAR driver in this movie.
Oh,
like,
yeah. He was, I've always assumed he was put there to be the Dale Earnhardt of this world because we don't see Dale Earnhardt. You know what I mean? Like they don't really talk. Probably didn't have the copyright or the permissions to use him. But this was the guy. They were like, we want that guy. We want that guy, and you're going to be that guy, Rowdy.
Yeah.
The look of the car.
Yes, black.
The way that the way he looked in his suit, like everything. Yeah, he was definitely straight up just Dale Earnhardt.
He's the fill-in. I forget there's two drivers this story's kind of based off, or the pit crew and Cole, it's based off of like loosely of a real driver and his pit crew leader. But everything else, like I watch it now and I remember those days of watching Dale Earnhardt and Jeff Gordon race. And I always kind of, put Cole Trickle to the Jeff Gordon role, the young one trying to prove himself. Then you got the old dogs, the California boy, exactly. A Yankee.
He's not a Yankee.
I don't think he's anything.
They're nothing. He's like, you got that right.
They're nothing. I love Randy Quaid in this.
Dude,
like,
he's so good.
He's a goofball in movies, and he's
such a car salesman. Like he's
out there. Oh, he's perfect.
This is like the most straight edge you will ever see of him.
Yeah.
Yes,
and he's really good at it.
He's I believe him in every role, but he still has that Randy Quaid-esque delivery to himself, and I love it. I love when he walks out to talk to Robert Duvall out building the car, and he's like spreading fertilizer and walking through shit in a business suit. Robert Duvall's just like, okay, nope, you're not gonna get a driver. You can only afford one car. How are you gonna race in NASCAR with one? You own a used car dealership, Tim. Like it's not gonna happen.
I mean, even his reaction when Cole decides he's just gonna crash into Carrie Elway's
my God,
the pits. He's like, he crashed two of my cars.
You're fired.
You're fired. You're on fire.
Everybody's fired. All of them gone. I believe when he's getting grilled by NASCAR at the dinner and he's just in the most uncomfortable, like, oh God, do these assholes hurry up and get here? Jesus Christ. And he's just, because he's low man on the pole for this movie. He's a new team owner, trying to get into the big pond of NASCAR. And it comes across really well. I really like his character. I also like that this movie. So number one, this movie was written as they filmed it.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah,
everyone that's like, man, this movie feels really kind of disjointed in places, because it was. But I actually think that lends itself to the topic it's doing.
Yeah.
NASCAR, at least back in the day for sure, was never something that could be scripted. The outcomes were always just what they were. You had your better drivers, you had everything, but anyone could have won at any point. And the way this movie kind of flows, it feels rough and rugged a little bit, like NASCAR was back then. And I think it works for it. You know, yeah, maybe the drama parts are a little clunky, and did we need a love story thrown into the middle of it? I do lean heavier towards, I love this movie. It's a perfect movie, but I do agree with Parker when it comes to that, because I would rather see more of the relationship of Harry and Cole and Rowdy and Cole.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that was the core emotional bond. You know, not to downgrade anything, but the girls in this movie, everyone but Nicole Kidman, are basically just driver wives. You know, they say a few lines, they show up at, you know, the finish line, or a stripper, or potentially a stripper, but we were totally wrong about that one. But and I like Nicole Kidman in this. It's like her second or third movie.
This was her second movie.
This was
her first U.S. movie.
Okay,
because her first movie was Australia.
Dead Calm or something like that. Yeah.
This is like, and I think this is one of the few times in her career that she actually used her natural accent.
Yes,
because most of the time she was just doing an American accent or whatever else she had to do, British accent or whatever. But yeah, I think a lot of people didn't even know she was Australian for the longest time.
Well, you know, watching this, you know, didn't really know who Nicole Kidman is. I think the next time I saw her at this age was Batman Forever. Yeah, that was the very next time. And, you know, again, the awakening of Charlie when he was a lot younger.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Chase
buddy.
Meridian. You may have been a kind of, I mean, she was just there to look good. Like, Chase Meridian was just there to look good.
Arm candy for Bruce,
and
Bruce Wayne.
Not gonna complain about it.
No. And I'm not gonna complain about her in this movie. I do like the doctor angle of it, and him you know, coming out of the accident, but it's the love story thing where I'm just
which isn't her fault.
No, not it's, I don't blame any of the actors for it.
Yeah,
I think this was not knowing what to write.
Yeah,
and they just went, maybe we should put some love in here. What do you think?
And this was written by Robert Towne, who is like a acclaimed screenwriter, and also Tom Cruise has a writing credit on this as well. Which
that's
is
why
so
we
funny.
have a bed.
That's
scene.
why Robert Towne had to come in, because they're like, Tom Cruise is not writing this whole movie. But back to Nicole Kidman. Even on this, you know, even on the second rewatch, I really liked her until they introduced, you know, like, I think it would have been fine if they had some sort of relationship, if it kind of grew naturally. But the fact is, it's just like, for one, there's this moments of him just being, you know, a guy, quote unquote, just being, you know, sneaking in a kiss or doing something inappropriate. And it's just like, how about we make this real life? Oh, wait, that was probably real life back in the 90s. And this is Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
So also, they just weren't compatible. Like, their connection just didn't seem right. Like, and it's crazy because this was the movie they met and they got married, had a kid, and then 10 years later they got divorced after they did another movie together. So man. But I actually thought she was really good. And again, I think it would have been fine if she was in the movie, kind of being there to help him get better and to get back into the race. But the fact of her, you know, them falling in love and all of this, when he's doing things that, like, most people just be like, yeah, peace, I'm out. Like, I'm not dealing with any of this, even though there is one scene where she actually reacts as any person should. And that is when he chases after the taxi, when the taxi rear ends him for whatever reason, and then drives away, and he drives, and she's just like, get me out of this car. You're an egotistical maniac. You're a psychopath. I'm out of here. And I was like, yes. That's how anybody should react to that situation. But the fact is, she came back. It was like, no, you're supposed to stay away.
Yeah,
but that's my biggest complaint.
and I can't argue any of that, and it's really not worth defending when I have the whole rest of the movie.
Right. Yeah, there's so much good.
Does what it does. She's important, especially when it gets to the rowdy stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Later, that is super important. But it's like when Rowdy asks Cole to drive for him. I needed a little bit more of Cole and Rowdy together.
Yes.
Before he asks him to drive for him, other than, you're going to take a chance. I need someone that's willing to do this for me. We're both kind of screwed at this moment. So what do we got to lose? I guess you could say, I kind of wanted them to have more of that brotherhood build, to where they're once enemies, now they're friends. Because once Rusty's hurt, now all of a sudden the villain is Wheeler, and
who didn't even need to be in this movie, by the way. Like, Carrie-Ello is also another character who, to be honest, they don't include him. The movie doesn't change. Like, I just don't feel like it changes. You could just throw any generic guy in there just to be like, because he just shows up, and then now he's like his rival, but he's only his rival for about 10 minutes. And then he's kind of like, all right, see you later.
It's kind of like now Cole has to transition to being the rowdy guy, and there's a new hotshot gunning for his spot. And it's kind of like, and he's on the same team, and he's being it really helps push the, like, Cole being afraid to drive and fearing the future kind of thing. Cause this guy, I mean, he's really good, and like Cole's scared to be in the car now, and this guy's like bullying him, and it's just, it all builds up. And I kind of get it. You needed somebody to hate, because
you hate him.
Rowdy was like, you didn't like Rowdy at first, but you did. Like, there was, he was a guy that you connected with. I felt like, even though he was a douchebag sometimes, but it was like in a good way. Like,
so was Cole. About
he was an anti-hero.
Movie, so.
Yeah, true. He was kind of like that anti-hero. But I get what Charlie's saying, because I don't think it's till after the wreck that they really like they just go and hang out at his lake house, right? Like, that's the first time you see them being friends, right?
Right. It's so like out of nowhere, because basically it's the wreck. Then they do the wheelchair race, which to me is still one of the greatest.
So funny. Oh
scenes.
my God, it's so funny.
It was the rental car race. That's where they became buddies. They were like, I like this guy.
Yeah. So
with breaking all the laws and nothing.
Every law.
No consequences, by the way.
And the soundtrack is jamming.
Oh my God, I love the soundtrack. Also, like, what kind of insurance did you sign up for that rental car?
The premium, I hope.
I hope you got full
those
coverage.
valet guys are just like,
we had some car trouble. It was the radiator, I believe, wasn't it?
Yes, it was the radiator. Yes. But they weigh real heavy on that, because that is supposed to be, for the audience, the moment that, now they're friends, and now they're hanging out. Now they're talking about Rowdy's building a home and all this other stuff. And you're just kind of like, that was fast.
Yeah.
Like, you guys literally were trying to kill yourselves. There's even, like, I was watching it today, and I know when they come through the accident, so the big accident in the movie, Rowdy gets ahead of Cole, and when he comes out of the cloud, it's almost like he loses control, but he stops.
Yeah, I thought about that for a second.
I'm watching it today going, I feel like they maybe, like the writers in the movie, intended for him to have done that on purpose.
Yeah, because you're supposed to roll down the track. Like, that's the point of take the high line. Everybody's going to be rolling down the track. But he
he dead stops.
Yeah.
And it was only because he lost traction. So you would have just driven through it anyway.
Yeah.
It felt like, they were going to do something where Rowdy was going to fuck up Cole real bad. But somehow he got messed up. And then they got going, and they're like, well, no, we can't do that. How about we just make them friends now? And I'm like, that's not what you've been setting up this entire movie.
Yeah.
And I'm not, we're going to poke little holes in this. I'm not shitting on this movie. I love this movie. Okay. Done. But whenever you're watching it now, and I'm not trying to be critical, but now I'm like seeing things like, it's a little odd. That's because they push that narrative of Cole telling Harry, you're supposed to just pick a spot, floor it, go through the wreck, go through the smoke. if debris there, you're going to hit it regardless. That you have more control if you go straight.
Yep.
And he's pushing that, and then watching it again, I'm like, Rowdy broke every one of those rules, and he's the experienced driver. I think he did this on purpose, but now they're best friends. Yeah, it's kind of wild. I love their first meeting, which we get back to the beginning of the movie a little bit, where they're doing Cole's entrance. Straight out of Top Gun.
Yep. Coming in on a motorcycle.
He's on a Harley this time, though. Not a
true. Yeah.
There's only one special feature on the 4K. Come on, 4K, give me special features. But it was a little interview with Jerry Bruckheimer, because Tony Scott, Jerry Bruckheimer, all these things. They go, it's peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, and Don Simpson. I
Don
can't wait to
Simpson.
talk about him a little later. Okay.
Yeah.
Holy crap with this movie.
Hans Zimmer as well. But he's talking, and they're showing some of the behind the scenes things. It was around that clip, and there's a crew member wearing a hat. And I caught just a glimpse of it. You know what they were calling this movie as they were filming it? Top Car.
Top Car.
He has a hat that says Top Car. And I went, you sons of bitches. You just went right. Because that's what everyone calls this movie. It's Top Gun in cars. Because it kind of is. But I was like, that's hilarious that they did the joke themselves before everyone that used it as supposedly a bad thing. I was like, no, they knew exactly what it was. But yeah, Tom Cruise rolling in there on the motorcycle, straight out of Top Gun, California boy in the heart of the South.
Never driven a stock car before.
But a driver. And I like that he was at least a driver.
Yeah.
And
he was an Indy
could
already.
drive.
Yeah.
He's not some green behind the ears, my daddy's got money and bought me into this. Yeah. I like that angle. I like that he beats Rowdy's
time.
Lap time right there. I was like, that's ballsy.
Yeah.
To just be like, I'm gonna go. I like Harry busting his balls the entire time. It's like, you know what? Nope. We don't need to drive. We don't need to drive today.
We ain't gonna drive his car today.
No, we ain't gonna do this right now. I like that. That starts that chemistry between them two that just works. Tom Cruise and Robert Duvall just have a perfect chemistry.
Imagine you're Rambo with your fighting machine, ordered to take position 19. Rambo, the force of freedom. With the Rambo power cycle, you got what it takes to track the enemy down, make him shiver and shake. Rambo, the force of freedom. Now you got him right in your sight. You're fighting for justice, fighting for right. Rambo, the force of freedom. The Rambo power cycle with headband included by Coleco.
Stomper. Stompers have the guts and muscle to take you where no other car has ever been before and bring you back alive. Stomper. Join in the adventure. Imagine. Stomper with Duracell battery only from Shopper. Come along.
I'm buying every line they say to each other, and it works. And then I like Rowdy gets it's like, good job. Now get your own car.
See how you do in a crowd. Because
it's
also
like
by yourself.
This car is perfectly set up. I've been testing it for however long. Of course, you're going to do really good in a car that's basically ready to go. Good luck with building the one that they literally go into a montage of building. Can I get montages back, please? My God, have we forgotten how good montages are?
Grinders and engine jacks, and dude, just keep going with it. Let's go.
Oh my God, dude. Putting the body panels on. Robert Duvall painting in this movie still cracks my ass up because no face mask. The end of the movie, he's painting that tractor, which is single stage paint if he's actually painting it. And he's just in the wide ass open, holding the gun out in front of him, spraying
he's old school.
Breathing all
that.
That's exactly the time my
you
dad.
Look at my lungs, they're coated in paint.
My dad would paint a car outside, and about a week after, he's hacking because the hardener is actually what's worse than the actual paint. But yeah, I was like, oh, I remember those days. But I still laugh every time I see Robert Duvall spraying that red. I don't care, it's a tractor. Everything's red.
Yeah,
Tires
the engine
are red.
and everything.
The seat's red. I don't need headlights. It's just red.
There's some plastic there. I don't care.
Oh, it's red now. I don't give a shit. Fuck John Deere. It's red. Oh, but yeah, I like the build up to it. I like getting the car, the testing, and then we see how green, like to Mickey's point, Cole really is to stock car racing.
Yeah,
it's totally different than anything he's ever raced before.
well,
and I love that.
There's not a lot of like crowd driving in IndyCar. Maybe at the beginning, you know what I mean. But usually,
Yeah, it
you
depends
single
on the
line
pack.
out,
Yeah,
and then tires. Right, that's a big part of this movie is tires. Like you're a hell of a driver, and I mean, you push that car as hard as you can, and you're burning up the tires. But these other guys aren't, and they're winning the race. Like you can't win a race if you don't. Like that's a quote I think is like you can't win a race if you don't finish one. You know what I mean?
that was a great one. That was when I think Tim's yelling at him.
Yeah,
because what's the one thing you need to do
to win a race?
You got to win a race. You got to finish it. Just yelling at him.
And Robert Duvall explaining things to him like you used to drive cars that were half as wide,
half the weight.
The tires were twice as wide. The cars are weighed half as much. Now you're driving a car that weighs twice as much, and the tires are half as wide. Just the explanation of everything is fun. I love that Cole Trinkle doesn't know anything about cars. He's like, dude, when he goes in there to try to okay, we got to get along or this ain't gonna work. So he goes to that bar, and he's like, you just got to talk to him. You got to tell me what's wrong with the car, what it needs. And he's like, is it tight? Is it loose? He's like, I don't know what any of that means.
Him looking behind him to make sure no one's listening. He's like, I don't know anything about cars.
I don't know. He's like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Here or
he's like,
wedge here?
I don't know what any of that means. He's like, oh shit, so they don't make you any different than the other NASCAR driver ever met.
I honestly, yeah.
So,
but
I love
that whole vulnerability. I like that. I like that it was his ego, a lot of it, but it was also him just, I don't know what to tell you. Like to me, like F1 and stuff like that, the cars are so set up. It's get in and drive. You are driving this thing. It will get you from A to B. You just got to not wreck. NASCAR is now like, you're going to turn one direction. So now it's not setting it up equal. You got to set, and every track is different.
Don't worry. They got more road tracks now.
They do have more, and I don't hate road tracks in NASCAR.
No, it makes NASCAR more interesting, actually.
I remember when they first started doing it. It was matter of fact, I think I remember the very first one because it was something me and Dad were excited to watch. It was like we actually get to see them turn both directions.
Was it Watkins Glen?
Probably.
I forget what. I think
or
it was
California.
Watkins.
I can't remember. Where's that in California?
Or there was another one that's not open. There was another one because I remember playing like one of the old NASCAR games for PS1.
I hated it.
And there was
NASCAR 98. Was that what it was?
Probably. And there was Watkins Glen, and there was another road track that was like a huge one. It was like the Talladega of road tracks. I couldn't remember. Oh, Sears Point.
There you go.
Sears Point.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Sears Point was. That was it.
Yep.
And I remember watching those. And it was interesting. It did kind of liven it up a little bit because now these guys are completely unprepared for it. I think one or two guys had raced those type of tracks before. I know Tony Stewart did a lot of racing.
Used to race right across the border from me.
He did every kind of racing. Literally, that was just his thing, what he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember when they did it. So Cole getting into this, realizing that yes, it's a lot of the driver, but now the driver has to know what the car's doing. And Robert Duvall explaining like loose, loose is tight or loose is fast
and out of control.
Out of control. Give me 50 laps your way and then drive 50 laps my way. That's one moment that while I get it as far as pacing, it works. I wanted more of. I wanted more of Duvall teaching him how to race. Get back to Doc Hudson and Lightning McQueen, where he learns how to drift.
You got to turn left to go right.
Go left to go right. Go right to go left. He's like, you're not making any sense, old man.
People need to appreciate cars more, okay? People don't appreciate cars as they should.
My son loved that. My oldest.
Cars 2? No.
Cars 2 was all right. But Cars was my son's Daytona or Days of Thunder. And watching it now, like I can appreciate all of it even more. Yeah. And I think part of my thing now watching Days of Thunder now, Talladega Nights, while it was a parody of this movie, also did a lot right. Like when Pierre got brought in, that's how they should have done Carrie Ells' character.
Yes.
It's like they did it better almost, it's like that's the true villain. And even they become best friends at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, they went, hey, what could we fix from this movie? And they went,
they took that and over exaggerated it, right? Because Carrie Ells comes in with like the blonde slick back hair. He's got those really tiny little glasses that are like a quarter diameter. And he's
fashionably late again, Jonas. Fashionably late again.
He's got the lady in the pantsuit with the short hair, and she looks like, I don't know, fashion New York or whatever.
Hollywood.
She
looks
whatever.
very Hollywood.
They tried to make him look like he does not fit in with this crowd at all, but he can race. You know what I mean? So it was they took that and they're like, we're gonna exaggerate that. We're gonna make it yay.
I just love that I just love that his villain origin story is the fact that he is introduced to Cole while Cole is clearly on the phone. Like, come on, man. Can't you wait till he's not on the phone before you like go up and introduce yourself? No, it's the whole thing where he's trying to talk to him. He's on the phone. He's kind of giving him the cold shoulder. Like, listen, dude, like, give me a minute. I'll properly.
You see me on the phone, right?
Yeah. Like, and the fact is Carrie always sees that and goes, well, now I have to beat him. And you're like,
right.
What?
It's like Carrie Ells is like, man, you're the greatest, man. I'm just here to help.
Thanks,
and he's like, yeah. And he's very smarmy from the get-go.
Blowing smoke up his ass.
Yeah. Oh, he totally is. I guarantee this was Tim Randy Quaid's character. This was the guy he was going to put all his horses behind. Yeah. Cole had just gotten back into racing and he wasn't the greatest, because of the accident, but there was a lot going on behind the scene for the movie, that Tim was making a deal. Tim's trying to still be that big shot race team owner. Now he has 2 team money, also like, why was it 2 teams and not teammates?
Also, like, exactly. What? Like, what? You guys are on the same team. I feel like you guys should be on the same team, and we should be like working together, not like working against each other. Like
that's kind of how it was at that time, though. It evolved over time to be like working together. But I feel like back then you owned 2 teams, but they didn't necessarily have to like work together. You know what I mean? They might like share supplies or like, like, oh, this mechanic's gonna go over there and help you and stuff like that. But like on the racetrack, I mean, they might draft together or something, but otherwise, I think it was just kind of like.
I mean, that's fair. I mean,
at this time,
seeing what we've seen now. Also, when did the points race become more important?
It's always been points.
There's always
racing,
been points, right?
But they started that silly ass
chase.
Yeah, the playoffs. Like, we don't need that, man. Like, the Winston Cup was like at the end of the year, whoever had the most points was the winner, and that's the way it should. I don't know why they changed
the
that.
Winston Cup again. I don't care if Winston's not even a company anymore.
Boys. I have a story.
I want the Bush series. I want what's it called?
Yeah. Get out of here, nationwide.
You guys opened the floodgate to this one. I was saving this till later, but we're talking Winston Cup, boys. So I went to a race in Bristol when I was a teenager, back when it was the Winston Cup. My uncle took me. I'm pretty sure we sat in the petty row. Like in Bristol, they all had names. So we're basically in the straightaway, not at the start finish, but the other side of it. And it was a Winston Cup. It was just me and my uncle, and we go in and they check your ticket and they're handing adults bags, these plastic bags that say NASCAR, Winston Cup, all this other stuff. They hand one to Paul. I don't get one. I was like, okay, well, that's weird. Go down to our seats. Paul opens it up. There's a koozie, Winston Cup, all the NASCAR stuff. There's a sticker. I got a sticker. I was like, that's cool. And a pack of Winston cigarettes. And my uncle does not smoke. And he's like, okay, well, that explains why you didn't get one. Because, I was like 14 or 15 years old. And I was like, okay. So he took that pack out and handed it to someone that was around us and gave me the bag. So I had the bag because it had, all the other swag in it. That was cool. Watching this race, hell of a race. Couldn't tell you who won. Don't remember, but it was cool. I love going to a NASCAR race. That sound, you feel it in your chest. It is badass. Everyone needs to experience that. I will tell you now, if you want to go now, go to a truck race. 1,000 times better than the NASCAR ones because they get loose. There's more accidents and it's like a grudge match out there. They're fighting each other in trucks. Love a truck race. Anyway, we get done. The race gets done. And my uncle's one of those guys like at Bristol, we never paid for parking. You went and parked on the 4-lane in the median. Everyone did. I'm not joking. Everyone parked in the median. So he's like, let's let the crowd go. Cool. All right. We'll wait.
That's how you always do it. You let the crowd leave.
Let the crowd leave. 14, 15-year-old Charlie's looking around going, there's a lot of bags left. A lot of bags. So I go down a couple seats in my row, pick up a bag. Everything's in it still, even the cigarettes.
Hell yeah.
Cool. So I grab it. Look at Paul. He's doing something. I go to the next one. I find bags everywhere. I go up and down like 4 or 5 rows, throwing cigarette packs in this bag. I probably had 20, 25 packs of cigarettes in here. And I go back up to the top and Paul's looking at me. He had caught on to what I was doing. He's like, I know you didn't get that many cozies. So I did get a few. I got one for Dad, everybody. But he looks at me like, what are you doing here, boy? And I was like, I go to trade school. This is money. And he looks at me and he's like, the odds of you smoking 25 packs is pretty rare. I'm going to believe you. But he goes, you're going to carry it out. I'm not carrying it out for you. And if they stop you, it's on you. Fair. No one gave a shit that this 14 or 15-year-old kid is carrying a bag 10 times bigger than any of the other ones they handed out with packs of cigarettes in it. Boys, I made a couple $100 off of those cigarettes back in the day because trade school, you don't sell them by the pack. I didn't know the term was called loosies, but you sold singles and you made a lot more money doing it that way at like $1 a cigarette.
Heck yeah.
But I sold them. I was the hookup for like 3 weeks at trade school.
That is.
Oh, dude.
That's amazing.
All thanks to NASCAR. So I want it back, but also I may be the reason they went, hey, maybe we shouldn't be sponsored by cigarettes and getting people addicted. I had a hand in that. But yeah.
That company's not around anymore, are they?
No, I don't think they make Winston cigarettes anymore.
Because it went from Winston to what? What was because it's
well, it was always like now? Winston, Camel, and Marlboro were like the big ones I remember.
No. I'm talking about when they stopped, when it was stopped being the Winston Cup.
They changed it to Sharpie for a while.
Wasn't it Nextel? I thought it was Nextel Cup.
Nextel was, I think,
I remember
that.
Nextel. I don't remember Sharpie. That's
Sharpie.
Terrible.
Sharpie was one. Nextel was one. They changed it because they couldn't use.
It was a Sprint Cup for a long time.
Yeah.
You couldn't be a beer company or a cigarette company.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if they make Winston cigarettes anymore.
I don't think
so.
I don't think that's a thing. But yeah, I had a little side gig selling cigarettes as a teenager. All thanks to Winston Cup, baby.
Hey, when are we going to another NASCAR race?
Right? Oh my God. I think it was a while before my uncle took me to another one.
Game.
He's like, I'm on to you. I get half next time. That's what it was like. You could have got a bag too.
Yeah.
Like think about like there's cleaning crews at the end of that going, I'm getting a shit ton of cigarettes at the end of this. And they're like they're literally giving the shit away. Like it's a pack in every bag. And this was a time when the stadium was pretty full. I don't think it was a sellout race, but it was still pretty full. Like there was people all around us.
That's so
cigarettes for everybody. I love it. You guys brought up Winston, and I was like, "Oh, I have to tell this story. It is awesome."
Listen, we're just talking about when NASCAR was good.
Yeah,
that's right. Back when it was good. So yeah, I always laugh that I think Talladega Nights did a better villain than Daytona or Days of I keep calling it Daytona Nights, but Days of Thunder did, because I think it's because I needed more time spent with Cole and Rowdy, and then a rivalry between Wheeler and Cole, more than just what ends up being basically just one race of the movie.
Yeah.
Between the two of them, it's epic, as Parker said. It's my favorite.
The Daytona 500.
Well, the one where he T-bones Wheeler, like that's when like
okay,
yeah, is because the race is over. He's blown both rear tires.
Love it.
And he tells them put tires on.
And the fact that they do it,
right,
knowing well that he is going to do what he does.
Well, they know he's going to do something stupid. I don't think anyone knew he was going to do what he did.
It's like one of those things, like, I would probably do that too.
Oh, I would be so pissed.
I would have been so mad because he puts him in the wall and blows his tires in, because he was running pretty good finally, like after being scared of racing and stuff for a while. And like he's like, put my tires on. He's like, when the race is over, put my tires on now.
Put them on now. Put them on now. Put them on now. And
my kid, my oldest son walked in at this point because he's never seen this movie. And he was like watching, and he was like, "Is that legal?" I was like, "No," but it's awesome.
Not even a little bit.
The funniest thing is the fact that like there's so much rubbing and like hitting up against walls, and I'm just like, are there no other racers on this track? There's nobody else here. It's just these two guys. There's no one else. That's the funniest thing about this movie is that no other racer. It doesn't matter. It's just the two people we're focusing on.
The amount of intentional contact and like putting people in walls. I was like, these dudes would be black flagged every race.
Even in the 90s.
They'd be in last because everyone would be passing.
All of their tires would be cut up. Every time they get bushed up against the wall, I was like, those tires are flat.
How many cautions were going on in these? Like constantly there would be cautions. But yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say is after this accident, Tim didn't need to fire Cole because he would have been banned from NASCAR for that stuff. Like that's how
because he hit him on the driver's side too. Like dude.
It was intentional. After the race,
I know it's wrong, but it feels so good.
Oh, it's so satisfying.
You can hear that engine when he's shifting gears. I was like, "Oh, buddy, he's not slowing down." And as soon as he comes around,
camera to Carrie Ellis's face, and he's just like the realization of what's happening. And then when it's done, Cole is still just calm as a fucking cucumber.
He's so happy.
He's like, yeah, I just fucking did that. And then the fucking pit crews are just going insane. I love that. It's so good.
I mean, kind of going back to the montage of him like going through his first few races. One of my favorite things is when he crashes into the pits.
Oh,
and he does this is gonna hurt.
This is gonna hurt. Yeah.
Oh, God.
But he hits that pit wall so fast. I'm like, dude, that's where he gets injured. Like it's not him smoking Rowdy later on. It's him going 120 into this wall. And all the pit crew is like 5 feet away.
There's no halo restraint or anything like that back in these days, boys.
No,
you felt every hit on that, which I love it. It just felt raw. It just feels like, even though a lot of this is, movieized and just done for entertainment, you're still watching this going, I could see NASCAR drivers doing this. It's like, and you hear stories.
Dale Earnhardt did it. That was his career.
Before I was probably born, this was probably how freaking raw it got at some of these races early on. I mean, those guys were hardcore. I mean, hell, some of those guys probably weren't getting paid a whole lot of money. This was, if you win that pot, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's, I get that the sport has to evolve eventually, but man, I miss the excitement, like what this movie kind of reminds you of. And then, so we can do the final race now. So,
all right,
Rowdy has convinced Cole to drive his car.
Yeah. And it's that beautiful mellow yellow 51.
Oh, dude.
And
mellow yellow, dude.
And Harry's just like talking sweet to that car. I love it, man. He's talking to it because I would do the same. I would 100% do that same thing.
I talk to my car still.
Yeah.
I talk to everything. I
yell
at my computer. All the time.
Me too. And you just look down and you see that leak, and you're like, that's not the way we had to start this.
It's like it was scared. Like it,
Yeah, it was
like
pissing
who's
itself.
driving me? It
Yeah.
pissed
No.
itself.
That's just it's just got a little excited, a little.
I would have been like,
he was rubbing her real good.
It's sweating horsepower. That's how
Yeah.
awesome it is.
Like, baby, not yet, but not yet. We got to race
But
first.
I like that. The next time you see them, they've got the hood up. They're all lined up in position, getting ready to get ready, and they're working on their ass off on that engine. Cole's walking by like, that doesn't look good. Like, what's going on? He was like, oh, no, don't worry about it.
We just had a small issue with the motor. Had to put another one in, and I love that even Cole was like, "We ain't got another fucking motor. What the hell are you talking about?
Where'd you get it from?" He's like, "We stole it.
We stole it." I like this swerve.
Yeah,
This swerve got me early on, and I remember I hadn't watched this movie in a while, so watching it again because they built Tim up as this piece of shit asshole after he turned on Cole. So it's
But
like
he
now
owes
he's
them.
but to find out later they quotation stole the engine. And I like that it's a little ambiguous of whether they did steal it and Tim knows and didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Or they actually asked Tim for the motor and
Yeah.
he gave it to him, because whenever they have to push start and both teams get together and push, I love that scene. And the NASCAR official's like, "The fuck you doing? It's not your team." He goes, "That's my fucking motor, so I can push it out there if I want to." I was like, did he know? Or did he just be like, it's all in the racing? That's what I like too. At the end of other than Russ Wheeler, everyone at the end of this is just like, this is just racing. This is just the lifestyle that we all do. I will say though, watching it now, Cole's go-to move felt very Karate Kid doing the crane kick every time he got into a fight, because it's like, you're not supposed to pass on the outside every time.
It's a fake. You're talking about the last one where it's a fake Karate Kid.
The fake one.
Yeah.
But it's also like, he became known for that.
Yeah.
Like
everybody says that
doing
he's going to try to pass me on the outside. I know it.
Yeah. And he actually does try to pass Russ the first few times legitimately on the outside, which is, I don't think he's actually lulling him. I think it's a realization of, oh, this motherfucker thinks I'm going to do it again. I got you now.
Yeah.
But I think he was actually trying to pass him on the outside. And I was just like, that was like a one-time thing. Like, that shouldn't have been your finishing move. Finish him, outside pass. And he goes around.
But I love that because Harry's like, God damn it, Cole, stop trying to. He's like, I'm just setting him up, Harry. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And he has that conversation twice. He's like, quit doing it. And he goes, no, I got this. Fucks it up again. And then he's like, no, I've got this. Don't worry. And he does head fake him. And I like that they bring in the draft. They make it sound like Harry invented it. And I was like, nope. I think that's been around ever since driving has been around. Because Cole's selling it to Nicole Kidman in the sexy scene, like, Harry and I have been working on this idea, and this is how you do it. And it was like, motherfucker, I know you already got laid. You're not trying to set it up anymore. That you invented this thing, so you don't have to sell it to her.
The animal cracker scene from Armageddon.
Oh,
Michael Bay is 100% watching this movie going, I got an idea.
Jerry Bruckheimer, man, he's like, hey, we did
True. Yeah.
There you go, man. That's 100% it.
But while we're on this last race, there's something where, because it focuses on this. There used to be a simulator ride at King's Dominion for Days of Thunder, we used to go. I was a band geek. I played football, but I was also a band geek, and we would go every summer for this like concert competition, right? And that was the big thing, though. Like, it's at King's Dominion, so you get to go, spend the day at King's Dominion and do this competition too. But every summer I would go, and people would get sick of me because I was like, I'm just gonna ride this like 7 times in a row, whether you want to ride it with me or not. I would the first time I rode this thing, I'm telling you, it was a religious experience, because it probably made me love this movie more than I would have if I had never ridden it. But you're just sitting, it's a 2-seater like thing you sit in, and it moves, like, it makes you feel like you're moving with the car, right?
Right. Yeah.
That 4D experience. There's this huge IMAX screen. The sound is loud. The car, you can feel the rumbling of the car. When he shifts gears, you like kick back in the thing, and like,
yes,
and the whole ride is this Daytona 500 race, like Cole going through all this. And at the end, you know, you're hearing it through the radio too. Like, I'm just working with him, Harry. And he does that fake out, dude. It's the most, I'm getting chills right now. Like the nostalgia from
absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Where like your seat like moves this way and then it moves this way and you go, and then it kicks it in gear and like you just fly backwards. You're like, this is great. And you get the checkered flag and everybody's cheering and
it's the greatest moment of my life. And that was just a ride.
That Daytona 500 music is just pumping. And like you get off and I was like, I'm getting back on this thing. Let's go.
Do it again.
And the line, when it first came out, the line was super. I didn't care. I'd sit in that thing for an hour because again, they're playing the soundtrack. The whole soundtrack is a banger. So I'm just listening to the soundtrack. I get to ride this awesome ride. I'm going to get back in line, listen to the soundtrack again, get on this awesome ride. As years went on, it, you know, lines got shorter and shorter, which was good for me because I got to ride it more.
Absolutely.
Eventually, like one year we got there and it was gone and it like broke my heart. I was like, dude, why? I get it. It can't be there forever, but
I want to talk to the manager now.
What'd y'all do with that stuff? Can I buy it from you?
I need something, anything from it. Just give it to me. Oh, dude, that's
it was
awesome.
Just a thrill ride, man. It felt like you were really riding in a car. It was really pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely. It wasn't the Daytona one, but I went to a museum once that had something very similar. It was a driving simulator. And it wasn't like the Daytona, but it was like you were in a race. So I know that where you it makes you feel like you're not accelerating, but you feel like you're accelerating. It's kind of wild how they do it. But yeah, I've done something very similar. I would have loved to have done that one. It was never anywhere near us.
It sucks because like I was thinking about it last night and I got like kind of sad because I was like, that's like something I'll never ever get to experience again because it'll never, it's not like it's going to bring it back. So it's like, it's gone forever. But
it's like the Terminator 2 experience or something that was back in the day. You know, it's gone. You know,
for me, it was the Jaws ride. I remember going to Universal when I was like 12. I went on the Jaws ride, and then the next time I went, it was gone. And I was just like, well, I'm glad I at least got to ride it once. But you know, it's
awesome. It's gone.
It's gone. We're old.
Give me back my Days of Thunder ride.
All I have is this universal glass that reminds me of those times.
That's all I have. All I have. But yeah, but I mean this ending is pretty epic. We're laughing about it a little bit, but I also love. I brought it up earlier. The points is how you win races. This movie didn't stay on that because number one, Cole would be last in points based on everything we've watched him race.
Yeah. Well, this is also the first race of the year, right? Because Daytona 500 was always the first.
It's always the first
season.
race.
Yeah.
But this is like, yeah.
But they make it out like this is the big, like, oh, it's all finished and everything. It was like, no, he won maybe 2 races at total last year. Now he's racing this one, and now it's like, and I know that's the whole thing at the beginning of the movie. Randy Quaid's like, look, promise me one thing, we win Daytona.
Yeah.
In a sense, they do all 3 together. You know, it's Randy's motor and Harry and all them. I love it. I love this ending. It gets me hyped every time. I'm watching this movie the other night. Yes, the 4K helped in the surround sound, but I'm smiling the entire movie. Like I am in it. I get the goosebumps when you're supposed to get the goosebumps. I'm over there like twitching in my chair. I don't have to see Jackie to know she's just staring at me like, really?
Are you having an episode right now? Are you okay?
She gets, I really get into certain
things,
you know, and this just happens to be one. And the credits start rolling. I look at her and I go, I love this movie. And she's like, I know.
I couldn't tell.
I was here the whole time and watched you, asshole. I know you love it.
I didn't watch a single frame of the movie. I was just staring at you the whole time.
I love when he gets out of this car at the end and his like whole face is just black except for the goggles. That doesn't happen. Like I was like, where did they get that from? Because like watching NASCAR all these years, I mean, you have a little dirty, but like
you're
this
a little
dude was
dirty. But no, he's coal miner black around there. Kisses Nicole Kidman. Now she's coal miner black.
Yeah, she kisses him, and I was like, gross.
Is it like tar? Like, is it tire? What is on your face right now? I know, and they're all dirty. Like Russ Wheeler was dirty at the end.
It doesn't
of this.
get like that.
This ain't a dirt track, boys. This is Daytona. No. They keep this one up pretty nice. Like,
well, that's the thing about this movie and early Tony Scott movies is the fact that this movie is just. the movies just feel dirty. Like
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's that orange tone over the whole film. Like there's no color other than orange.
He loved his gels, man. He would put gels on everything. And, like, oh, cool. I mean, we can't say nothing. J.J. Abrams loves his sun flares and light flares and all that shit now. So Zack Snyder doesn't know what real color saturation is. Sepia, the entire world. That's all we're ever gonna do.
But this is so they won the race. This is that moment you were talking about with Harry at the end. Harry's just sitting by himself at the like he didn't come over there to celebrate. He's just chilling.
Nothing.
Like he's taking it in. He's just kind of like he's probably exhausted.
Am I gonna have to carry you to Victory Lane?
I'm gonna have to carry you. Where's that? To Victory Lane.
He's like, how's your legs? My legs. And then he leans up and they do this bit the entire movie where Harry would get the drop on him. He's like, I'll race you.
Yeah, I love
but
it.
Dude, that moment, that, R.I.P.
I'll race
Robert
your
Duvall,
ass.
man. But I got a little misty eyed at that. I was like, oh my God, dude. I love Robert Duvall.
The old freeze frame.
Oh yes, that freeze frame.
Oh God, dude.
Fade
I love
out.
it. And that was something interesting too when I watched the interview with Bruckheimer. He's talking about the casting. They had already had they had Robert Duvall in mind, basically ready to go. During the rest of the casting, aside from Tom Cruise, they would have Robert Duvall wasn't available to read, so they would have someone else read for it. And he goes, every time those lines just did not work. We were actually questioning the role of Harry because we'd hear these things, the exact same lines. We'd hear it and you're like, God, it's just not landing. It's not landing. And like 2 weeks before filming, Robert Duvall got freed up and they came over and they had him start reading the lines with the cast that they had. And he goes, I can't explain it, but it changed. Like Robert Duvall, the exact same lines everyone was saying, it was all in the way he delivers them and the way he emotes certain things and puts some energy behind other things. And I was like, I get it, because this watch, I'm listening to Robert Duvall pretty much directly. Like second he's talking, I tune everything else out in the scene because I want to hear Robert Duvall talk. And I'm like, I get it. Like it felt natural to him. It's like everyone else is trying to act like Robert Duvall, and Robert Duvall is just being this character, Harry, and it worked. And I was like, that just adds something a little more special to an actor like that no one can even copy you reading the exact same lines that you are saying in a movie. And they're questioning your character until you show up and read it. And they're like, yep, never mind. We fucked up. Nope. Just let him do it. We got it done. I was smiling a lot listening to him talk about filming it. And he's not bashing it like everyone else does this freaking movie. And I'm like, why does this movie get shit on so bad? Why did it bomb so bad? Like, because I watch it now and I just smile. I'm like, what's wrong with people?
Did it bomb?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What was the budget on this? Wasn't it like 70 million or something like that?
It was ridiculous. I didn't look it up. This is the movie that Universal parted ways with Jerry Bruckheimer and Don Simpson. Like, this was the one where they were like, yep, we're done.
Well, when you use $1 million of your budget for a cocaine island, that might do it. Because this movie made like $157 million, which is not terrible.
No, but I think they were expecting way more.
But yeah, well, probably. But also, Don Simpson didn't help the cause. He was an absolute mess, and then not just as a producer, period, but like this movie specifically. This movie was a mess because like Tony Scott is the director, but he really wasn't the director. Like there was like 4 different people directing this movie. You had Don Simpson, Jerry Bruckheimer, Robert Towne was even in there doing some directing, because he was writing the movie as the movie was being made. Tom Cruise had his input, of course. And then Tony Scott's back there like, hey guys, can I do something now?
Anything? No, not today. Okay. There was something they said that there was I want to say it was like 2 weeks they had the crew there with no filming, but everyone was on set and they all got paid during the entire time. That's where the budget got blown out. And I think it's because they had everyone literally from Top Gun. They're expecting Top Gun money. They're expecting a sensation like Top Gun, but with cars. NASCAR was huge at the time. I think that's why they consider it a failure, because it didn't even come close to what they were speculating. It's like Disney expecting every Marvel movie to make them $1 billion, basically, and it only makes 300. It's like, no, that failed. It's a bomb. But everyone's still super rich and popular afterward. So, and we all got a freaking awesome movie that we love. So, well, that's Days of Thunder. Mickey and I are working on bits. This is our first iteration of what we're doing. So we're going to start it off with, in these movies, normally no one dies. Normally. Not saying we're not going to cover some where someone does die.
Right.
But we can't have a body count. We can't have these other things. So what we came up with is the first one's going to be the best wreck of the movie. So here we go.
Yep, I'm flying through the air. This is not good.
You all right?
I think so.
Are you sure? Because you just went through a wall.
Hit the pace car! Hit the pace car? Hit the pace car! What for? Because you hit every other goddamn thing out there. I want you to be perfect. Go on, go.
That worked, man. Mickey came up with all that other stuff, but it was my idea to go, oh, look, I'm flying. I was like, that has to be in this thing, because I love that scene. So, all right, this is the best wreck of the movie. Mickey also pointed out earlier today, there's a lot of wrecks in this movie. So, awesome, Mickey, let's start with you. What did you finally decide on your best wreck in this movie?
We talked about it, and it's the Russ Wheeler getting T-boned after the race is over, running his victory lap. Cole Trickle is pissed, as I would be, and I would probably do something close. I don't know if I would do something this bad, but I would want to. That's the fantasy, right? Like, man, I'm gonna nail this motherfucker to the wall. And it's just the intensity of it, where Cole is he is like eyeballing the whole down pit road. He's just. He's like, timing his eyes are on Russ.
He is timing it. He's like, I know exactly I'm going to nail you.
And this perfect angle.
You get Russ going, oh shit, boom! Like right.
He's like, yeah, I won.
Holding the flag and everything.
Dude, it's so good. It's like, yes, give me some more of that.
Yes. No, absolutely. Parker, what about you, brother? What's your best wreck in the movie?
I mean, there's so many, but I'm you know what? I'm going to pick one that maybe no one's going to pick, and that is where he crashes into the pits, and right before he crashes, he's just, this is going to hurt. Just, whoa, man, the fact that there's no one that died in that scene is mind-boggling. But it's just, I love just the little quip before he actually crashes. I love just, like, the fact that they actually crashed a car into that wall going that fast. It's just, oh man, movies they're just not made like that anymore.
There was a trivia fact that they had an actual crew member from one of the NASCAR teams helping on it. And then he saw how much the stuntmen made. And he's like, I can drive. Can I get in on that? And then he saw some of the stunts they were doing, and he goes, y'all can have it. It's probably this one right here.
Probably.
They're like, all right, we're going to do one, and then you do the next one, right? And he's like, okay, that sounds like, what the fuck? Like, just,
what are you guys doing?
That guy's in pit in the pits over there with the tractor trailers. He flew. I don't know. But I wasn't sure if Mickey was going to pick it, because my absolute favorite is the T-bone. I love, because I don't want to pick the one where the most epic one is when Cole wrecks. That's the roll. That's what Talladega Nights makes fun of. Let's cut the commercial. Now we're back. The car's still rolling. But it's the T-bone, man. It is the laser focus, put tires on. Like, no one should have done anything at that moment, but they do it anyway. And the fact he could have taken Russ Wheeler's arm off because he's holding that checkered flag out the window and smiling like a jackass the whole time. And there's Tom Cruise, and it's filmed so well. It's a Tony Scott type thing. It's filmed so well. You feel that impact. You see the carnage. There's multiple camera angles of it too. It is so good and satisfying, because we don't know why, but we hate Russ Wheeler now. Like, yeah, Rubbin's racing and we're just rubbing out here, but I hate that motherfucker. Kill him. You know, it's like, and yeah, so I'm going with that one. That's best wreck. So our next one, since, you know, again, no body count, no nothing like that. Best car, best in show is what we're going to do here. Yes. And this is how we're going to do it.
Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, hi.
This is really a beautiful car. You know that?
Let me tell you what Melvin Toast is packing right here. I've got 411 posi track out back, 750 double pumper, Edelbrock intakes, scored over 30, 11-1 pop-up pistons, turbojet, 390 horsepower. We're talking some bucking muscle.
Hey, man, I know you got this thing out of a...
Well, I brought show and tell, and I figured, you know, we're going to do best in show, so we might as well look at all of the best in show cars. And this is an actual standee for the Days of Thunder die-cast cars. And they're all like double-sided taped on. So this is what it says. Those of you that haven't gone to YouTube and started watching us, it's a Days of Thunder countertop standee that's never been folded. So it's still flat on the back. Posters of the movie were 99 cents. I'd love to find one. And then die-cast cars were $1.39. You know what's really held back inflation? Hot Wheels. Like really, like they've gone up a little bit. You know, they got to a little, but not by much. I love my Hot Wheels. But yeah, it's got the Chevrolet City, green and yellow Cole Trickle, the Hardee's Russ Wheeler, the Cole Trickle pink Superflow, which is pretty awesome. I like that one. Then it's got the Rowdy 51 Exxon and then the Rowdy 51 Mellow Yellow right at the bottom. So I like Mickey said, I'll go first. Gotta go with some Mellow Yellow, boys.
Okay.
They call me Mellow Yellow.
Yeah.
I remember not long after this movie had been out, we did Bible school, you know, summertime, and churches would do that. And well, whatever you want to say about nowadays, back then you had the boys in a group and the girls in a group, and the boys would do a project and the girls would do their own project. One of the men in the church brought us all Revell models to build.
Oh yeah.
And I got to pick the 51 Mellow Yellow Days of Thunder model and built that during the week as our little project.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, that's me. I'm going with Rowdy's Mellow Yellow. Mickey, what about you, brother?
Dude, Mellow Yellow is classic. I love that. And that itself brings back a lot of memories, right? The Mellow Yellow logo on that car. But
the
piggyback off of your car display there. My mom worked at Hardee's when this movie came out, and they were, you know, big on licensing this. They had their Happy Meal toys had the cars in them.
Yes.
One of my great, like, you know, regrets in life is that I don't still have those because I had them all. My mom would bring them home. Like, here you go. And she worked there.
Yep.
And I don't know where they went to, but I know they had scratches all over them because I wore them out playing with them. I would replay the races and everything with them. So, yeah. But I got to go with that Superflow, man. That pink was underrated. And what was really underrated was like the pit row uniform. The pit crew uniforms were black.
Yes.
Black and pink just go really well together.
It's like it glowed off of them. Like
I love that. I loved Cole's race suit. Like, it was just cool, man. And I'm sure they put him in that to kind of like, you know, like, I don't know,
demasculate him a little bit. Yeah.
Right. But now I'm like, that's actually pretty badass, man. So
I'd have rocked it. I drove that car.
That's mine. The Superflow car for show. What about you, Parker?
Parker, what about you, bro?
It's got to be the Mellow Yellow. Like, every time I see that car, that song pops into my head and I got to start singing it, man. It's just like the black with the green and yellow logo on it. It just pops. And oh man. And of course it's part of like the most iconic race in the entire movie. So
yeah,
it's just such a beautiful car.
And they make it out like almost like they had to pay Mellow Yellow to put it on there because they're like, how'd you get money for a sponsor on this thing?
You know, social media spies on us, our phones spy on us. So
watching
this movie, and then I get like Facebook ads for some really cool hoodies with like City Chevrolet logos on them and Superflow, and I'm like, damn it, I really want this shit.
I sent it to you guys. We were talking the other night in the group chat about this, and I went back. I clicked back over onto Instagram Reels. Nothing but Days of Thunder clips. All of a sudden, just I didn't even send them all to you because they just kept coming. And I was like, "We're going to talk about it anyway." But I was just like I understand I'm on the same app, so it makes a little bit more sense. But yes, our phones listen to us. Like, it's a lot more Days of Thunder and Batman have popped up on my phone in the past couple of weeks. So, all right, we're going to rate this thing. Mickey, will you please tell everyone how we are rating the Need for Speed end of this?
Okay. Did we come to, because we had a couple of different
I don't think we came to an actual consensus.
So we'll do it right now.
Okay.
Let me go back to our little chat here because we've got them already written down.
That's right.
Okay. I like this one. Let's go with a lemon is bad, right? Car,
right.
Bad
lemon. Yep.
You got your daily driver, which is like, it's not bad.
Get you where you going.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
And then you've got pure muscle. Or we could do hot rod, either one, I don't care, but that's like top
I like
tier.
pure muscle. I like pure muscle. That kind of adds a little bit to our other shows too.
I like that.
Get that muscle
Awesome.
into it. So, all right, we're going to go with that. That's going to be our rating.
I'm sort of embarrassed to be this close to you. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. Driving a field car. Field car? What's field car? Field car runs through the fields, drops cow shit all over the place to make the lettuce grow.
Now, I owe it to myself to tell you, Mr. Griswold, that if you're thinking of taking the tribe cross country, this is the automobile you should be using, the Wagon Queen family truckster. You think you hate it now, but wait till you drive it.
The car's got a lot of pickup. It's got a cop motor, a 440 cubic inch plant. It's got cop tires, cop suspension, cop shocks. It's a model made before catalytic converters, so it'll run good on regular gas. What do you say? Is it the new Bluesmobile or what?
Woo! Listen to her purr. You ever heard anything so sweet?
You know, if you two want to get a room, just let me know, Dean.
Oh, don't listen to him, baby. He doesn't understand us.
Oh, baby. Oh, love my baby. All right, Parker, why don't you kick us off here? Is this movie a lemon, a daily driver, or pure muscle?
So after my first watch a couple years ago, this was I thought was going to be a one and done for me. I thought it was going to be. I watched it. I talked about it. It was fine. Never thought I'd have to talk about it again until tonight. Talked about it. I watched it again last night. Talked with you guys, and as much as I want to be the at the max rating, I still have to put this as a daily driver because.
Sure.
Again, I don't know when I'll ever watch this movie again. Like, I don't have that nostalgia like you guys have, or just like that history. Yeah. It's a good movie. I actually enjoyed it more this second time than I did the first time. I actually gave it a higher rating over on Letterboxd. So
that's what I want to hear. That means more to me.
There we go. Yeah.
But I just can't justify giving it that top rating. So it's for me. It's a high daily driver. Like it's like it's a daily driver you're real proud of driving around.
You wash it weekly.
Yeah, you take care of it.
Oil.
Yeah. It's never going to be a hot rod or, the muscle car, but it does the job and you treat it like your child.
There you go. All right. I dig it. I'll go next because we all know what Mickey's going to say here, but we all know what I'm going to say. This movie is pure muscle for me. It's, as Parker said, it's very, very strongly steeped in nostalgia. A lot for NASCAR in its heyday, and in this movie, I had so much fun with it. Watching it the way I did was as close to watching it again for the first time I'll ever get to, and hearing those sounds and being surrounded by it. I mean, obviously, I wasn't old enough. That mom and dad were like, "Yeah, let's go to the movies and watch it." They would have took me to any other movie except Days of Thunder, probably. It's like, he'll get bored watching it or something. But no, I've never been bored watching this movie. I love it. It does have its issues, but thankfully this is a 3-tier voting thing, and this movie is pure muscle. Mickey, what say you, brother?
Dude, it's pure muscle. It's highly quotable. For me, it's exciting. I know people would say this isn't Robert Duvall's best performance ever, but I think it's one of his best roles ever. I mean, I know we got Godfather and all that, but this is next tier for me, right?
I think so. Yeah.
he's amazing. He's amazing at everything, but this is one of my favorites. Every time I see Robert Duvall, I think about Harry Hogg, like immediately.
Yes.
I think as good as Top Gun is, I really love Tom Cruise. And like, this is maybe also one of my favorite roles for him as well. Rowdy Burns. I got to meet Michael Rooker one time at a con, and everybody was just talking about Yondu. And he had a little stack of 8x10s, and one of them was Rowdy Burns in front of the Exxon car. I was like, I want that one. And I was like, dude, I want you to know that's one of my favorite movies of all time, and you are amazing in it, and you are great. And he was really nice to me, and we talked about Days of Thunder. It was great, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Man, there's so many things about it that I grew up with, and so many people I've connected with over this movie that like it'll always be a favorite of mine. It's so much fun. It's pure muscle. It's funny. It's hilarious. It can be a little serious at times, maybe to a disadvantage for some, but yeah, pure muscle.
Love it. Right here, I got you, brother.
There you go.
I'd have something in there. I don't have, Steven Seagal doesn't work over here. I don't know what it is. This is going to be the odd thing. It's like it'll be a couple months before you hear us talk about this show again. So it'll grow, but it's going to take a little while. But this is we call it the sweet treat. This is us eating ice cream in the pit row of the podcast, where it's like we don't think the podcast is going to be okay with you coming in and eating ice cream with us right now. That was my tribute too. Whenever Robert Duvall passed away, I put on there, it's like, go get your favorite ice cream. NASCAR won't mind. I was like that. It's one of my favorite. I also love him, and this is going to be a movie we will eventually cover. And I didn't see very many people talk about it. He was in Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah,
with Nick Cage. Yeah. Not a huge role, definitely not the role as the size of Harry, but I loved him in that. So Robert Duvall, you go through his filmography and you realize he's been in a lot of movies we all love, like Secondhand Lions. I don't care what anyone says. That Secondhand Lions movie, when he goes off on them punk kids in the thing and talks about his history, you're just like, yes, like you're just as pumped. And I've loved one woman with the fire and passion, and she's like, okay, yes.
The Judge. Check out The Judge if you haven't, with
Robert Downey.
So good. Yeah.
The fantastic actor. He will be missed. And so there we go. Premiere episode of Give Me Back My Need for Speed. Don't sue me, EA, or whoever owns it. You'll be fine. I'm just using the word on 4 episodes a year. You'll be all right. So this is rounding out our March. We'll be rolling into April. Wow, this month is flying by. Next week will be Give Me Back the podcast, where we are covering Maverick, not Tom Cruise, but Mel Gibson. Where this is kind of our dipping our toes outside of our normal genres that we talked about we're doing now. Yeah, I guess you could have
action in Maverick.
I was gonna say I could have made the argument that it's an action movie, like I could have done it, but to me this is kind of like that. We're starting the knee deep water, working our way into the deep end where we're covering a movie. Like, why the fuck are we covering this? Like, I never thought we would ever be covering this movie. And me and Pete have a list going on. And we also would have just wrapped up Mickey March Madness, which was an absolute blast. You heard our final episode with Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee himself. It was a lot of fun. We had a ball. And I'm pretty sure Dustin brought it up, but we are actively working on our anniversary episode. Which comes up in May. Is that what it was, Mickey? It's May when our anniversary is.
Yeah.
So we got some stuff in the works for that. And let's see. Yeah, I think we would have announced what we're doing for B Action in April. We're doing Steel Justice. Yeah. Steel Justice with Martin Cove. So we're looking forward to that one. Getting some steel.
It's been too long.
It has been. It really has. We talk a lot about it, but we needed a movie that said steel in it. So I'm bringing Steel Justice, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Parker, what do you got going into April, brother?
Oh my God, I don't know. We're talking about movies. We're talking about something. I don't know. we got 2 shows. We got the Dissect That Film podcast, and we have the Monster Zone. The Monster Zone is a show where we spin a wheel every month to figure out what the heck we're talking about. And as of this recording, we don't know yet. So it'll be a monster movie of some sort, and we'll be talking about movies. So that's what April will be full of. Sorry to not tell anybody what we got going on. Sometimes we're not just, we don't go that far based on when we're recording, but yeah, just check us out. We do, like I said, we do have a Days of Thunder episode where we actually go through the entire plot of the movie.
Yes.
And it was from 2 years ago, so my thoughts now, of course, are probably a little bit different than what you hear in that episode, but it's still a great episode. I actually re-listened to it myself. Yep. I think it was a great conversation. And yeah, just go back and check out all of our shows and everything that we're doing.
It couldn't have been that bad. I don't remember ever being mad at you.
No, it wasn't. Yeah. It was past my cynical stage of the podcast where I wasn't just mean when I didn't like something. So
you're still a little mean sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, you got to be. Come on, you can't just be, happy-go-lucky all the time. You got.
Why the fuck not?
I be spicy sometimes. I do too, movies. But it's fun to, it's fun to poke holes in things, even if you love them.
Terrifier. True. That's looking at you, bud. All right, so Anna edits this. She's gonna totally be pissed at me after hearing that. So it's fine. Yeah, and make sure you're following us on all of our socials over on Facebook. Give Me Back My Action Movies, the Facebook group. Give Me Back My The Podcast Facebook group. Both of those are on Instagram. Anna, our editor, her and Pete are doing the After Hours Cinema Review with Anna and Pete. They are also on the YouTube. We are on YouTube for the Give Me Back, and this one we are doing video with because I have cool shit that I like to show. And we're going to do that. One day we'll eventually do B Action, but I don't want to edit it for video. So, and I don't want Anna having to deal with all that. So for now, that's just audio only. Yeah, so I think that does it for us. Thank you all for indulging us on our Give Me Back My Need for Speed, and we will see you all in a few months or next week, whichever you listen to.